the Tidane Trend Indicator, which is readily available for various trading platforms on the comprehensive TradingFinder website. From this particular section, you can conveniently download the essential indicator file specifically designed for both MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5 platforms, and then seamlessly run it on your preferred chart. Additionally, interested traders can thoroughly read this informative page to gain a deeper understanding about precisely how this powerful indicator functions and its extensive range of valuable functionalities. More. From the Navigator section, we select the indicator file and run the indicator by dragging the file onto the chart. Once the indicator is placed on the chart, it starts identifying and displaying the direction of the price trend and buy and sell signals on the price chart. Traders can effectively utilize the Tidane Trend Indicator to strategically enter advantageous buy or sell positions within the market based upon significant trend movements and confirmed breakouts. Furthermore, they can intelligently employ the established trend lines as a continuously adjusting trailing stop line. When the price action crosses decisively above the significant red line, it clearly indicates a strong buy signal. Subsequently, a distinct green line thoughtfully appears directly below the current price, which we can effectively utilize as a dynamic trailing stop line, continuously moving the protective stop-loss level progressively upward as the market price steadily moves higher, thereby securing profits. Also, when the price action crosses below the established green trailing stop line or the uptrend direction line, it is definitively considered a clear sell signal. At this precise point in time, we can confidently enter a sell position within the market and subsequently move the trailing stop line progressively downward, carefully following along with the prevailing trend line. Finally, if the price action crosses the red exit line, we will then exit the trade completely. In the Settings section, under Inputs, there are options available for us. In the first input, we can set the calculation period for the Bollinger Bands, which is set to 20 by default. The higher we set this value, the longer term periods it will identify and use for its calculations. And the lower we set this value, the smaller price movements it will calculate and trend changes will be displayed to us sooner. In the next input, we can also set the calculation period for the Bollinger Bands deviation, which is set to 2 by default. Here we can change the standard deviation of the indicator and its sensitivity coefficient. And the higher we set this value, the less sensitive the indicator becomes to small price movements. In the next input, we can set the offset factor, which is a coefficient applied to the lines and is used to increase the distance between the lines and the price. In the next two inputs, we can also set the display status of the lines, and here you can see their descriptions. If we enter the value 1 here, both signals and stops will be displayed for us. If we set the value to 0, only the stops will be displayed. And if we enter the value 2, only the signals will be displayed for us. In the next input, we can also enable or disable the display of the line. If we set the value to 1, the lines will be displayed for us, and if we set it to 0, the lines will not be shown. For example, here I have set the specific value to precisely 0, and as you can clearly see, it effectively removes the entire trailing stop line from the visual representation on the chart. In the next input field, we can also precisely set the maximum number of candles to meticulously check and subsequently display the overall price trend direction. By default, it is currently set to 1000 candles, meaning the indicator thoughtfully moves back 1000 candles from the very last or the present current candle and diligently performs its comprehensive calculations from that specific 1000th candle, then clearly displays the prevailing trend direction. In the next section, we can also configure whether to send alerts when the trend direction changes and for buy and sell signals. By default, this option is disabled, and if it is set to false, the following options will not be applicable either. But if this option is set to true, in the next input we can enable or disable sending alerts to the mailbox. If this option is set to true, you must have already completed the email settings in the Tools tab under the Options section. In the next input, we can also enable or disable sending alerts as notifications to the mobile. In the next input, we can specify the timeout value, which is the interval between alert messages. This is the maximum time that MetaTrader will try to send the messages. By default, it is set to 4, meaning the indicator will issue alerts for up to 4 candles. In the last input, we can also specify the subject value, which is the subject of the alert or a custom message for us. Well friends, we've reached the end of this indicator tutorial. We would be truly happy if you share your valuable comments and suggestions with us in the designated comment section below.